Okay, I couldn't find a video to show me how to change the drive belt. This is the drive belt on my Precor 9.45 treadmill. Precor treadmill. It's a pretty old treadmill, but has a good motor. It's lasted. It's been pretty good. My old drive belt had deteriorated and was also starting to come off the drive. Where's that belt? Here it is. The old drive belt has the number that you need to purchase a new one. You can read it here. It's some of the numbers talk about. I'm sorry, I'm not getting in focus there. Some of the numbers talk about the length. Other numbers talk about how many grooves there are. It's a grooved belt. You can see how my grooves deteriorated over time. Yeah, this treadmill's got to be probably 20 years old, but still works well. I just opened it up to clean it when I saw that the drive belt was starting to come apart. So what was hard about this is that if you look at it, the axle sits in here, and I wasn't quite sure at first how to get it out of there. To get the belt off, you can just cut the belt, obviously, but to get the new belt on, you have to pull that axle all the way out to slip it on. So the first thing I did was I loosened up the tread. There's these, and this is pretty common when you want to like adjust the tread if it's starting to go to one side. There's hex Allen wrenches for this. I don't know the exact size, but you'll figure that out. But that wasn't enough. And then I realized that there's set screws that hang on to the axle, not the axle that spins, obviously, but these hex screws here, they're like bolts actually. They bolt into the axle, so the axle has to be turned the right way. One side is an open hole, and the other side of the axle has the threads on it, and the thread should be closer to the bolt, closer to the front of the treadmill when you get it in the right position. But anyway, you take these out on both sides. And it's a little tricky because it's not a lot of room to work. To take those out on both sides. Also, what took me a while to figure out is that the motor will tilt forward if you loosen up this bolt here, and that helps a lot. Loosen that up all the way. That's a motor mount, and you can really tension the belt that way. But you need to loosen that up while you're doing all this. So once you take those two bolts out, you loosen the motor mount, you can then tilt the whole thing, and you can put the new pulley on. Then after you get the new pulley on, you have to tension it all back, and then you just kind of reverse everything. You put those, and that's a little tricky. You've got to get these bolts into the threads on the axle, and then you gradually tighten it up on both sides to pull it back. Oh, one other thing that I almost forgot, and I already put it back in. I had it out before, but there's this piece in there that's held in by two machine screws, and it's got an angle on it. I don't know if I can show you that, but that angle's not that important. But what's important is it blocks the pulley from moving backwards and getting it out. So you absolutely have to take this off. It's easy to take it off. The screws were pretty tight, but once you break them, they come right out. You have to take that off just to move the pulley back to get this whole axle off to get the new belt on. So that's an important little caveat there. So that's pretty much it. This is really important. You need, I think it was a 1/2 inch wrench to take that nut off. It's got a little hook in there. You can take it out if you want. It doesn't really matter. You can put it back in before you tension it. So when you're finished getting this all tight, until you tighten the motor, the belt won't be properly tensioned. That's how you tension the belt, is by tightening this bolt right here. And that's it. Wasn't too bad. Probably took me about 30 minutes once I figured it out. So easy enough to do, and good luck everybody. Bye.